Earlier this week, there was an attempted coup in Guinea-Bissau. That's a coastal state in West Africa. It's one of the continent's smallest countries, but it's become a giant in the drugs trade. The cocaine comes from Latin America to Guinea-Bissau and is then moved onwards to Europe. Now, partly because of the narcotics trade, the country suffers from endemic corruption and is highly unstable. There have been 4 military coups and a number of attempted coups since its independence from Portugal in 1974. This week's attempt to overthrow President Umaro Sissoco Embalo is just the latest. My next guest once served as Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau. Domingos Simões Pereira is the leader of the country's main opposition party. He's also a member of parliament. He ran for president in 2019, but lost the election. Welcome to DW News Africa, Mr. Pereira. I want to begin by asking you, what is your reading about the attempted coup that we saw in Guinea-Bissau this week?
Thank you for having me. Let me say that for our disgrace, Guinea-Bissau has experimented a number of coups d'etat, and we got some patterns that we look to see in that kind of situation that are not present this time around. Imagine talking about 2 dozen of people, even if they are armed, to try to make a coup. And you have to acknowledge that the palace, the government palace, where everything has happened, is as 300 meters distance from the main barrack, and they seem not to have reacted. In fact, none of the military structures have taken part on this. So it's a very strange one, and everybody is making the same question.
Interesting. You refer to the fact that coups and attempted coups are commonplace in Guinea-Bissau. Why is there so much political instability in your country?
Well, I believe that some of the factors are common to most African countries. The roots of the state is very weak. We failed collectively in transforming the colonial state into the national one. While adopting the Western way of life, and I would say the Western model of structuring the state, we still strongly connected and attached to the grassroots. And so there's a choice to be made here. Either we adopt this model and we have to improve certain indicators, right, or we want to be Africans and we have to find a different way of setting the things.
Mr. Pereira, I want to talk to you about the other big problem. Guinea-Bissau has been dubbed a narco state because of the rampant cocaine trafficking through the country. How much is this contributing to the political instability there?
Narcotraffic is not a Guinean phenomenon. And the difference between what we had in the past and what we have now is the willingness of the authorities to work with the international agencies to combat this phenomenon. Either you are open to cooperation, or you close the sovereignty and you claim the sovereignty not to cooperate. That's the difference.
Just to get some clarity there, am I hearing you say that the narco state label is no longer applicable? Are you saying cocaine trafficking is not as bad because the government is clamping down with the help of international agencies?
No, I'm not saying none of those. I'm saying that we are not a narco state. We are being labeled that because of prevalence of officials that are connected to that. And I believe that to make a difference is not just a question of the willingness to fight it, right, but the willingness to be open to cooperate with international agencies that have the capacity and also the structure to help us in fighting that phenomenon.
And that was Domingos Simões Pereira, a politician and opposition leader in Guinea-Bissau.